Another plastic, cheap, portable radio from China. Hello everyone. This box came to me recently from China, ordered through AliExpress. A little birthday money expenditure. Thanks, Mom. Cost me about $16 delivered. If I can still find that seller, I will try to put a link in the description of this video. And like every other package that comes from China, ordered through AliExpress, it came in a flimsy gray plastic bag with no padding whatsoever and just this box inside of it. They always come a little beat up, as you can see that this box is, but invariably the contents are always in perfect condition. So I'm hopeful that that will be the case today. I ordered this radio after seeing a video by a gentleman whose channel I recently started following and I enjoy very much. And I will hopefully put a link to his channel as well. He goes by the Wobbly Camera Guy, which I just love. And I also love his channel because he doesn't stick with one subject. A lot like me, he tends to cover more of a group of subjects, not really random, but some major subjects that he likes to cover, one of which is cheap plastic radios from China. And he also covers some basic video editing stuff, which I appreciate, and other things. But anyway, go check out his channel because it's great, and he deserves more followers. He is broadcasting, as it were, out of Great Britain somewhere, I believe. Anyway, what we have here, I saw this review on his channel, and I wanted to try it myself. He was impressed with this low-cost receiver. iSolar iEarth world receiver, AM/FM shortwave 3-band radio. Says it has a solar panel, compact size, Bluetooth, USB, transflash, that is SD card, MP3 player. It says it's powered by one of these 18650 lithium batteries. Got some information there on the side. Freeze and look at as you wish. So we're going to do this in two parts. Do the unboxing and then, because I've not taken it out of its box yet, do the unboxing and then I'll charge it up and we'll give it a review. So that is all that is in the box. Got the bubble wrap that hopefully kept it intact on its journey. Let's set the radio aside first. We've got, wow, I have 2 copies of the instruction manual, which seems like, I mean, I've hit the jackpot here. It's a tiny page one side, twice. And that is your instruction manual right there. I'm going to put it as close as I can, and hopefully it'll focus. And if you wish, you can pause and look at that. I have a feeling this is not going to be super helpful, so I won't spend too much time looking at that. Let's just look at the radio itself. We'll give our first impressions, then we'll charge it up and try it out. First impression, there's a big solar panel on top, which was intriguing and part of the reason I wanted to try this, because that's neat. I can see that there's a antenna on top that doesn't look overly big. I'm going to say maybe slightly over a foot or about that. I will get the specifications lined up on that. Looks like we have the on-off switch and volume in one knob, which I usually don't care for, but we will try it. I assume these are controllers for the MP3, back, pause, forward, tuning knob on the front. The aesthetics of this. This came in two different looks. One of them was mostly black and gray and looked like a standard cheap radio. This one looks like a standard cheap radio that's also a little bit on the ugly side. Let's just be honest. And I wanted it for that reason, because it's kind of endearing. I don't know what to say. I was kind of drawn to the ugly duckling quality of this. Got this big thing here. Numbers are easy to read, which is nice. Indicator is nice and fat, so it's got a vague sense of tuning. You kind of vaguely know where you are probably on this. Another thing I didn't mention on the top that stands out to me, it looks like it was designed to have a carrying strap on top, but one never materialized. So interesting. It looks like it would loop through here and through there, but there is not a carrying strap in the box. So interesting. This little handwritten look, world of listening, maybe something in that nature. What else do we have on the side? There's a big light with a lens. Must be like a flashlight. On-off switch there is kind of tiny. Looks like we're using a micro USB for charge. There's a SD card slot and a USB, I assume, for like a thumb drive. And then this output, wobbly camera guy discussed that. Didn't know what it was for. I don't know what it's for either. Let's see how this thing is powered. So we've got the 18650 battery installed. Also have a very thin micro USB cable. And oh, there is a strap. Okay. It was tucked inside here, so maybe I will install that. I'm not sure. Looks like it's designed to take 2 D-cell batteries as well. So let me, oh, and here on the back I didn't mention some type of a port, maybe for the speaker response. I don't really know. Anyway, let me get this charged up, and then we'll give it a try. The iSolar iEarth ISF10 BTS portable radio. And we're back. So what I did basically was set this in the early February sun for a couple of hours, and I hope that'll be sufficient to at least do a quick review here. So I've covered all the details on it pretty well. I looked at the instructions while I was away, and yeah, there wasn't anything super useful there. But what I'm going to do, have it on FM, I'm going to just give it a try. By the way, the antenna I discovered does not swivel. It just goes straight up. And I said I was going to measure it, which I didn't do yet. So we'll do it together. Looks like it's about 13 inches, somewhere in that neighborhood. So let's just see how it does on FM, using only the aerial antenna here. I'm not going to stay on any one station because of copyright issues. The tuning knob is kind of on the stiff side, which is good because it will stay on a station probably better that way.
Talked to Dan Pashman will explain why he'd rather eat alone this Valentine's Day. Eliminate all the competition. They raise prices. It's all coming up after this. Seem easy, simplistic, and convenient. Story of spies, smugglers. Man, that's what tequila does. Party girl. And say to me, on demand, and my skin still. When my depression walks the graveyard and fades perfectly. Hello. Till we're off the map and your memory is around. Yeah, you go to something. Rock play. If her love change as a people.
Okay, so what I learned there, the sound is actually pretty good. I think wobbly camera guy mentioned that pretty good for a cheap plastic, what looks like a toy radio. It gets nice and loud, and the sound is good. You got one speaker, so no stereo, which suddenly occurs to me something that I did not mention, and I don't remember if he mentioned this either. There is no headphone jack on this. This is just a listening out loud radio. How about that? So there's some trade-offs. You get the solar panel on top, which apparently was strong enough in early February for a few hours to charge it up enough for me to use it. Unless it came with a charge, that's possible. But anyway, as I was saying, the sound is really good. The tuning direction seems counterintuitive to me. Turn to the right to go down in frequency, turn to the left to go up in frequency. That just, for some reason, that seems backwards to me, but I don't see why I think that. That's just the way this is designed. The knobs look cheap, but they feel substantial while you're turning them. They don't feel loose at all. Let me try. I am in the middle of the day here. It's bright sun, about 4 o'clock p.m. local time. I'm going to try AM. Not expecting much. See if I get anything. The other thing I learned, obviously, this is a DSP radio. It's digital tuning. It's locking into those stations. And I was getting a lot of FM, so sensitivity on that little 13-inch antenna is impressive.
Is it getting harder to find new customers as the #1 audio company in America? Center of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage.
To take Tesla private.
And wow. I was going through the motions of living in it. Had no reason for good, but I had a desire to know the truth.
820 AM Catholic radio.
We're 11 overall. Miami falls to one.
Okay, I'm certainly getting all the local stations. There's no doubt about that. I'll have to crack this open at some point and see what the AM antenna bar looks like. It's doing pretty good for the middle of the day.
Gave him 3 or 4 year
Okay. The thing about the shortwave here, it's all crammed into one band. So I'm assuming I'll have to tune extremely slowly to be able to get anything. See if I can connect a long wire, if this will reach. This radio is bigger than most that I review here, so I'm having some room problems. I'm going to just quickly go through shortwave. Again, middle of the day, sunny, unlikely to find much.
Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-H.
And I'm still on AM. That was surprising. Shortwave, there we go. Getting a lot of faint stuff. I'm not going to stop to try to zero in on. Got some data there. This radio so far is impressing me enough that I check the news on that. Sorry, it struck me as funny. Anyway, as I was saying, this is impressive enough that I will try. I have several lined up that I have to do evening shortwave scans on, and I think I will add this to the list. I think this deserves a shot. Okay, I'm just going really quickly here through the shortwave. Because again, middle of the day isn't best for that. I will revisit this radio for an evening band scan on shortwave, but I do want to try the MP3 function. I'll use some YouTube royalty-free music just to get a better sense of the sound of the device and just see how the MP3 player works. Okay, which way, which orientation? I guess this. Okay, and it's not spring loaded, it just kind of sits in there, sticking out a little bit. Not sticking out too far, but I'd be afraid of breaking that. Well, I thought it was going to play automatically, but maybe you have to switch it to MP3.
Music.
My poor Android recording is not going to show how good this sounds, but it does sound really good. Take my word for it. Okay, I like this radio. Thanks for recommending this, wobbly camera guy. I don't know how old that video of yours was, but it is a neat radio with a good sound. Got the solar panel on top, got the MP3 function, FM sounds great. No earphone jack, so listening to shortwave at night probably isn't going to be its strong suit, but I still am going to give it a try on shortwave in the evening. I didn't try the thumb drive, but I have the same music on that as I have on the SD card I put in. Well, oh, there we go. So I'm assuming that works the same. I didn't really give dimensions of this. It's kind of a chunky one, bigger than most of the radios I have. We've got, 6 inches, a little bit more when you factor in. Oh, I didn't try out the light. My gosh. Okay. I mean, in an emergency, you could find your way to another light that worked a little better, I suppose. A little hard to find that little button probably in the dark. What did I say? 6 inches, and we've got 3 7/8 maybe tall. And this is a thick one because of that. 2 1/4 inches thick because of its ability to take D-cell batteries and because of the big solar panel on top. So yes, the iSolar iEarth IS-F10 BTS. I didn't try the Bluetooth because the phone that I'm recording on is the one I use for Bluetooth. So I'm going to assume that works as well. When I revisit this, I will say if it didn't. Would I recommend? Yeah. For under 20 bucks, has a pretty good sound. It gets louder than a lot of my other radios of this size. I don't know what size speaker we're working with in there. It doesn't look real big, just looking through that grill. And again, the radio, not much to look at. It looks kind of toyish, but I like it. I really like this radio. I recommend. Thanks for sticking with me through this longer than expected review, and I will revisit this on shortwave evening scan. Check back then. Thanks for watching today. I hope to see you again next time.